Minecraft has a progression problem, is what I would have said if I actually believed that it had a progression problem. I never understood that logic because, Minecraft is a sandbox game, not a progression game. That's like saying Minecraft is equally good as a driving simulator. Like, sure, you could do that. Sure, you can enjoy it, but it won't be sustainably, long lasting. So if you watch those YouTube videos that say Minecraft has a progression problem, while they are correct about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the answer to having a better playing experience over a long extended period of time. What my aim here is that I want to figure out at least a good way or a tip or two that can help you to prolong that 2-week Minecraft phase. I've been playing in this world for well over 5 years now, all the way from 2019, and it was because of this world I actually enjoyed as much as I possibly could during quarantine, which was, really helpful for someone, especially I was young and I still am. So I didn't really plan on anything. I did not per se was like, I have a particular script with exact points and I'm going to solve your problems. This is just me sharing my thoughts, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because during 2022 to 2023, I didn't really enjoy this world much. It felt horrible. It didn't feel horrible. It just felt like, there are better things to do in life, like watch YouTube and eat food, I guess. I don't really play many video games. Recently, I started enjoying this world more, and due to the Mojang outages, I was gifted 600 Minecoin, which, I'm really happy that Mojang admitted their mistakes for their outages, and I was affected. This is a realm, by the way, we're playing on. And as a kid, I watched Stampy Longhead a lot. I especially loved his Plasticinator texture pack. He had that machine. I honestly built that and I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe one day my world's gonna be plasticky. I went to the marketplace. I'm not much of a marketplace guy. I tend to, download add-ons for free online, or just, as you can see with these cars, I just build my own. Yeah, I 3D model them. I looked at the plastic texture pack, which was like 490 Minecoins, and I thought, you know what? Click, and then I did. I just got it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks okay. It doesn't look anything cool, but I love it because it's not serious. I feel like the game has gotten so serious with these new generation YouTube videos where they're like, I spent 100 days in Minecraft, and then have the most majestic builds and focus on details. Originally I was trying to make this into a one-take video, but I got so fed up, and since this is my first time playing with the texture pack, I decided I'll go explore the other cities I have here and give you reactions point by point basis. My first point I made was embracing stupidity. I feel like with the points I made prior about this new hype on Minecraft being taken too seriously, I think silly and stupid stuff should be taken, not seriously, they should just be taken considerably more. There's no point of building, an entire city that's architecturally following the laws, because nobody's gonna care ultimately. My current plan is to build a little beach here, a little tiki bar, and a creeper statue that's that high with a monocle and a top hat. I've driven myself here to the time I used to play a lot here in quarantine, which was my marketplace. If you can't tell, this is like 150 blocks up in the sky, and honestly, I still like it. That's where the Nether Highway entrance is, by the way. Horse Highway and regular roads and more stuff there. The thing is, the second thing I want to talk about is taking a step back. I feel like we're too caught up in making something too cool and too big, so why not make something stupid and silly, and you can leave it unfinished. This mall right here, not mall per se, this is a store that used to sell items such as anvils and all that, and my cousin had a shop there. It was fun. I think you need to take a step back and realize that not everything has to be done within a certain time limit. Projects can take years, and that's perfectly okay because you will play for years. There is a reason to come back. And I want to bunch in this with another 2 points, which is you should start big projects, right? And start many projects. This right here is a complete city. I call it Command City because a majority of this was built with command blocks, so Also, it's the first time I'm seeing this city with the plastic texture pack. It looks cool, I guess. I don't know. 25,000 blocks that way is another city I made, which is based off a more realistic one. And then 15,000 blocks there was a little survival area I had with my friends, and it was fun. It doesn't matter, right? You can build whatever you want. You can build the dumbest things, but you need to take a step back and realize that you're building it because you want it. Okay, cut to me in my point number 3, 4, and 5, I guess. I think it's time to admit that we started losing our imagination. As we grow older, we, tend to become more logical, as one naturally does. And that is great for every aspect in life except playing Minecraft. Right here is a house I made in 2020, and I'm not going to elaborate any further, but I think imagination is something we could use, which brings in to my first earlier points about the stupid creeper tower and all that, because, it's silly, and be creative. If you want to do something interesting, you can make your own fun. Oh my god, I fell down. Is my funland. If you watch Stampy, he has a huge funland, and mine isn't that big, but I don't play much, okay? I don't play much, really. I only play with my friends, which don't really come often. So there's the arrow shoot game, Duncan Booth. I had a game called Donkey Race, but because of the new Minecraft update, all the donkeys got kicked out. There's a parkour map over there, a glass maze, and it's silly stuff, but it's fun. I think focusing on the silliness is much better from a playability aspect than it is on, from a progression aspect. I want to move on to my fourth point, which is you don't need a strict world unless it's your motive to make a strict world. What I mean by a strict world is you watch those hardcore videos and they're like, I have a hardcore world, I have a survival world, I have so many worlds, and which is a perfectly valid way of playing, honestly, but the way I treat this world is just my world. It is the world I play on. It doesn't matter if I use command blocks. It doesn't matter if I don't use creative mode because, flying is just unnecessary to me, but I could use creative mode if I want to, and, that's perfectly fine because this is not meant to be a pure survival world. I don't like gathering resources, unless it's with these tools, which is really fun, but if you have basic stone tools, why even bother, right? So I don't like mining, I don't like doing any of that. I just like building, having fun. So I just use a /give command, and I think it's perfectly okay if you want to do that. I feel like people will be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, you should be a purist and play like this or do that. Look, it's your world. Treat it as the world. I strongly suggest of having one world and then building here. Not a flat world though. Flat worlds suck, and I found out the hard way because I built an entire city and I couldn't transport it here. Thing I want to mention is do what feels right. I guess if I had to boil this video down, it's to do what feels right, not what looks right. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look that pretty because come on, but it feels nice. Okay, I like this new experience that I'm getting. This right here is one thing I also want to mention. This isn't a necessary point, I feel like, but this is something you could definitely learn, which is make everything close by. One thing I do not like about this world is how far, I love and I hate, is that how far everything is. If you look, I'm at minus 497, and to get around I have cars, but if you play on vanilla Minecraft, it's just torture. Maybe not with this new Minecraft update. They're planning to have faster rails. If they do, I'll be super happy. But yeah, having everything in a close by community definitely feels nice. If you want to have a nice feeling community, here are some tips you can do. Number one, have everything close by. So if you look at the height of the tree and the height of the house over there, your brain automatically forms a roof that tall. So the idea is you have a tall roof and everything close by. These roads are small because it's a simple road. I enjoy playing the console edition, and I never realized as to why. Was it the washed out colors? And in part, yes, I like the aesthetic more, but what I think is definitely a lot more freeing about the console edition is that there are not many blocks there. Because Minecraft right now has so many blocks that you might get overwhelmed in detail. I put sand here because it was the right shade of beige, and I put concrete here because I couldn't think of another white color block. Put this block here because it had some reason, and I feel like that's kind of stupid. If you want to build something, have a white block, which was wool back then. That's how old I am. I was predating the concrete block era, which was 2017, so it's not that long ago. That's actually quite a while ago. But if you look at how many blocks there are in Minecraft, you can see that there's a lot of decision making to make. What I suggest is to use a limited color palette. So if you want to use a modern house, let's say, have white wool, basic wood planks and those things as your limitations, and try building from there. It's a lot more fun and a lot more not challenging actually. I'd say this is way more challenging because you're figuring out the little details and it gets annoying after a while. Just don't keep up with the newer Minecraft updates. The main reason you had so much fun as a kid was because you played the game and you didn't know how anything worked. So there was a certain mystique around it, and I think that's cool. I don't regret having things going super far out, but at the same time, like if you're playing on a convention that I'm gonna go up this tree here. Anyhow, build tree houses, build something stupid. You know what? Make a tree house. That'll be cool. Because I always wanted a tree house as a kid. Playing with Minecraft with your friends is definitely fun, but personally, never make a long-term world with the expectations of friends, okay? Because ultimately, no matter how much time we spend together, they'll either lose interest in Minecraft completely or they just care about their own world, which is fair. Because why would they care about some other world? It sounds a bit cruel, but I've had situations where my friends who play the game just don't even create their world. They just join this world, take a piece of land and claim it's as it's like their own place, and which is fine because they delete the game, they reinstall it a lot of times, and they're pretty erratic. So to keep the world safe, they just leave it here. So that's pretty much it. I don't have much. If you want to summarize this video up, I guess you could say, be stupid, be silly, don't think too much, do what feels right rather than what looks right, build everything close by, build on a smaller scale, and you know what? Do whatever the hell you feel like.